Lamelo to the Timberwolves, and I do not know how to feel in this trade because on one hand, you can finally get Ant off the ball. Ant won't just be dribbling the ball up top with nobody moving with 10 defensive eyeballs on him and have to go 1-on-5 and shoot a tough shot. Like, you can finally get him off ball. You can get Lamelo to do what he does, which is create for himself and create for others. So that's a load off Ant, and I think you'll be able to really tell that in the playoffs with Ant because sometimes it's felt like Ant's like early on he's been really awesome in the playoffs, and then just all that physical play in the playoffs and teams just beating him up when he has the ball for 40 minutes a game. I feel like you can kind of tell it wears on him. It's kind of the same thing with Luka. Like, at some point you have to get him off the ball because with that physicality, he's just going to get worn down. I don't care how in shape you are. It happens to everyone. It's happened to James Harden. Like, it's happened to a lot of people. But then, yeah, like, so I love that part of it. Love getting LaMelo, but giving up Naz Reid, I do not love. And the big problem is you still have Rudy. And I had this thought, and we were saying it during the playoffs. If you want to beat the Spurs in the Western Conference for the next 10 to 15 years, one thing that would help immensely is a five guy who can space out the floor, who you can run the offense through at certain points. Because we saw it. No one in the Western Conference had a guy who they ran the offense through or who could pull Wemby out from the basket. And you've seen what the Knicks did. When Cat got in there, Wemby had to come out. He had to guard him. Wemby's not a great perimeter defender. And if you pull him out, there's a lot more lanes to the rim. So I love one part of it, but I'm like, did the Timberwolves get better? I don't know. Because LaMelo, I think, helps you out a lot offensively and with Ant. But then I think your front court's got a lot worse. And you still don't have a five guy who could space out the floor. So, yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, you got rid of Randall and you got Evans. So, like, the Timberwolves did some things I like, and I think they did get better, but I don't think they got good enough to beat the Spurs or the Thunder for that matter.
Yeah, LaMelo going to the Timberwolves. I don't know how much you got better. I do love you getting LaMelo. Don't get me wrong. Getting the ball out of Ant's hands. You've been in need of a true point guard. But my biggest problem is you getting rid of Naz Reid. I'm getting rid of Rudy before I do Naz Reid. But obviously Hornets not in need of a guy like Rudy. So I think the bigger question is, like, if you're getting rid of Rudy, like, where is he going? Like, who's even going to want him? Because you need some front court production out of the T-Wolves. And the way the roster is currently constructed, I don't know if that's going to get you over the hump. Well, it's not going to get you over the hump. I can tell you that right now. So Timberwolves, you got to get Rudy gone, and you got to get some type of center that can space the floor, or you're still going to be in the same exact position you have been the last few years. So love LaMelo going there. I don't love you getting rid of Nas and still having Rudy on that roster. So we'll see if Timberwolves still have some more moves to make before the season starts here.
I mean, the Randall or the Gobert trade is going to have to be like the Randall trade, where you give them that, it's a salary dump, and then you give them picks because nobody's just going to take Rudy straight up. Like, because that's why people say it all the time. They go, why didn't they trade that guy? It's like, well, because nobody wants that guy.
Right.
Like, that's the problem with guys like that. It's like, well, nobody wants him. And especially on that contract, it's like,
yeah,
you're going to have to give me something if I take this guy off your hands.
Yeah, tough situation.
If I take that contract, I need something in return, which is picks or players or whatever you want it to be.